Hold up, why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bet.
Welcome back, y'all. This is the Miscellaneous Minds Podcast. I'm your host, Jesus Dinero, here with my co-host,
Puma El Gato.
What do we got going on tonight, my man?
Alexander Usyk, the undisputed man at heavyweight, says he has 2 fights left in his gas tank. Let's talk about it.
Alexander Usyk has come out after his most recent win against Tyson Fury, second time that he beat Tyson, and basically said, hey, look, man, I got about 2 fights left in me. He hasn't discussed in particular, but he did say, hey, look, what I think is the right thing to do is whoever wins between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker, I'll fight them, which I think is a great idea. A lot of people have been asking for the rematch between him and Daniel Dubois. And his last fight, he'd actually like to fight against Alex Pereira. And I'll be honest with you, the last one intrigued me a little bit for a number of reasons. I guess Alex Pereira has been fighting a number of heavyweights in boxing, so as to get a little bit of experience. So it looks like they might want to make that happen. Who knows if Dana White will let that happen, but if it does happen, I think it'd be a good send-away fight for Usyk. If I'm being honest with you, Usyk would piece Alex Pereira up. Usyk is too much of a technically sound, great on his feet, dominant boxer. I think the world of Alex. If you guys watch our show, you guys will know, big fan of Alex Pereira, but he doesn't have the skills to be a top flight boxer like Usyk. Usyk is just on another level. He's proven that. He's still undefeated. He's beaten a who's who in the heavyweight division. He's beaten Fury twice. He beat Daniel Dubois. He beat Anthony Joshua twice. I mean, so on and so forth. I could keep going. He's undisputed not just at cruiserweight, but he's also undisputed at heavyweight. So again, he's done it all. So I'll be honest with you, I do think that Usyk would be too much for an Alex Pereira. With that being said, I wouldn't be against the fight because I think Usyk does deserve it. I think Usyk deserves to go out in style, make a fat payday. I think if anyone can make that happen, it's Turki Al-Sheikh, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to sponsor that fight. Additionally, he does have ties to Dana White, so I don't see it as a too big of a difficult thing to happen. The only thing is, of course, Dana White. That being said, listen, again, everybody's been asking for the fight between him, the rematch between him and Daniel Dubois. So I'm also for that as well. Given some of the questions surrounding the first fight, whether if that punch was really a low blow or not, I think it'd be a good way to erase all the questions. I still have Usyk. I still favor Usyk in that fight. I think Usyk would piece up Daniel Dubois, and I think because of that, I think he'd be primed and ready for whatever his last fight is going to be, which would more than likely be some sort of send-off fight, which would be great. It'd be nice to see such a boxer like Usyk right off on a nice, good win, fat payday, and go off into the sunset. He definitely deserves it. Either way, I'd be happy. Again, I think Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker both bring a lot to the table. I think Joseph Parker has been looking phenomenally lately. He's been putting a good amount of work in. He's been pieced up a good amount of different wins over the last few fights that he's had. I think he's been looking great. So I think this is the perfect time for him and Daniel Dubois, because Daniel Dubois has been looking just as destructive. Obviously, he just beat Anthony Joshua not that long ago, and he looked good doing it. A lot of people, and myself included, I actually thought Joshua was going to win. Hey, look, props to Daniel Dubois. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go for Usyk. Usyk doesn't stray and fight, and he doesn't dodge anyone, as everyone has seen. He's fought the who's who in the heavyweight division. So look, I'm here for it. Shout out to Usyk and everything he's done. Shout out to either Joseph Parker or Daniel Dubois, whoever we face next. And shout out to, again, whoever that final fight is, because it's going to be a great fight. And even if it's just a fight against someone like Alex Pereira, which I believe he'd be able to defeat easily, I'd still be there to watch, man. It'd be a great thing to watch, a good send-off for a fighter like Alexander Usyk. But what do you think about that, my man?
Yo, it is impressive to me how much that Alexander Usyk has accomplished in such a short amount of time. And if you think about it, again, look at his stats, and again, you look at it and see everything that he's done is both crazy and amazing. And again, the short amount of time that he did that, think about his career perspective, right? Won gold at National Olympics, right? I think he won silver in the European circuit as well. The fact that he was undisputed at cruiserweight, the first Ukrainian undisputed at cruiserweight. Undisputed at heavyweight. Number 1 pound for pound boxer, active all time. And if you think about it, there's a couple of licks that he actually did, which I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those things that's not really easy to know when you first glance at it. But when you think about it, in like kind of complete a little bit of a side story. Now, think back. Back to when Vladimir Klitschko was dominating the game. He came across two people that were going to be seen as the top of their game and pretty much the feared boogeymen of the heavyweight division. Vladimir Klitschko came face to face with Tyson Fury, and he ate one of his biggest L's that he had. Now, who did Vladimir Klitschko end up facing right after that? Anthony Joshua, before Vladimir Klitschko basically kind of announced his retirement from the game. Now, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, along with Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder kind of sidelined himself in the grand scheme of things. But both of these men were basically seen as the top of the top, the cream of the creme, absolute top heavyweight contenders. And Alexander Usyk basically toppled both of them and basically got a lick back for his fellow countryman in Vladimir Klitschko. And again, with everything that he's accomplished in his career, the fact that he's basically going to be seen in the pantheon of Ukrainian heroes, considering that, again, he got it at cruiserweight and now he got it at heavyweight. By and large, this man is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I'm pretty sure Vladimir Klitschko would be proud to have him in the pantheon in the same league as him. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of a contention there, but the fact that Alexander Usyk did this in a short amount of time, accomplished all these things, and basically changed up the boxing landscape, not just for cruiserweight, because again, who's going to contest Alexander Usyk in that? He beat everybody at heavyweight. And again, when I say changed up the landscape for heavyweight, think about it. This man beat Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua is supposed to be the favorite fighter up against Daniel Dubois, and Daniel Dubois, by all measure, whooped him, and nobody saw that coming. Both of these men were feared in the heavyweight division, and now people are thinking, you know what? I don't think they're that great anymore. Now, granted, again, this isn't to dispute any of the accomplishments that Anthony Joshua or a Tyson Fury had, but even Tyson Fury is thinking about kind of putting in talks to wrapping it up himself. It makes you think, what did Alexander Usyk do to these men's egos to make them want to say, all right, it's time to call it a wrap? And again, for Anthony Joshua to lose against Daniel Dubois, and nobody thought that Daniel Dubois would take it, makes you think, wow, what did Alexander Usyk do to make a tear through both of these men and through the boxing landscape as a whole? It is amazing. If this is Alexander Usyk's retirement tour, his farewell tour, and riding into the sunset, I can't be mad at it. Bravo to you.
Yeah, man. Again, if anyone deserves a good, nice retirement, it's definitely Alexander Usyk. He put in his time. He unfortunately was made to wait over and over with Tyson Fury for the first match. He didn't care. He didn't waver in any way, shape, or form. He said, doesn't matter, send the date. Doesn't matter, send the date. When Tyson Fury put all these insane, like, I get 80, you get 20. He's like, all right, that's fine. When Tyson Fury made all these excuses, the this, the that, okay, that's fine. He never wavered. And that's what we like to see in fighters, man. That's the reason why I ain't mad at if his last fight is against an Alex Pereira or some other, easy fight, I'm okay with it because Alexander Usyk did his thing. He's undefeated. He became undisputed in 2 different weight classes. He beat a who's who in both of those divisions, and he's still top dog. I don't remember who it was that said this, but Alexander Usyk is just one of those fighters that finds a way to win. He is. He really is that guy. So again, shout out to him. Shout out to whoever he fights. I'm looking forward to his last 2 fights. I'll definitely be tuning in. I'm sure a lot of you will as well. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit. And
Until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.